Listen, there's no magic formula. You don't cross your fingers, click your toes, and suddenly you become your greatest self. It doesn't work that way. There's no quick fix formula to do it. However, there is a way to do it, and today I'm going to tell you exactly how you can forge your greatness. My name is Jake Thompson. I'm a professional speaker and the founder here at Compete Every Day. And today we are talking about greatness, what it is and how you can build yours one choice at a time. Listen, I hate to break it to you, but there's no Amazon Prime, same day delivery, quick fix magic gonna suddenly create your best self. It's something that can't be built in the snap of a finger. However, it's something that can be built over time. It doesn't magically appear. You create it, you build it, choice by choice, day by day. If you consistently put forth the right effort, making the right choices, you suddenly find that your best self starts to emerge more and more. We're going to talk about the 5 ways you can immediately start forging your best life. Number 1, you gotta have a clear picture of what greatness looks like. What are you looking for? What are you trying to accomplish? What does success look like to you? It's the first thing you have to define on this journey. You can't take someone else's version of success. You have to know what you want to build for your life, for your career, for your health, for your family. Because whatever your version of success looks like, it's going to be different than mine. It's going to be different than your next door neighbor and probably different than your coworker and maybe some of your friends. However, until you have a clearly defined picture of exactly what you want to achieve, the greatness you want to bring about and create, you'll never start to build it. So, step number 1, get a clear as day, see it in your mind, draw it on a piece of paper, write it out in great detail. What does greatness look like to you? Number 2, you gotta cultivate a winner's mindset. That's right. You have to learn to show up every day. If you want to cultivate a winning mindset, you gotta learn to compete every day. It's the basis of what I talk about. It's the basis of what I preach. There are 7 things competitors do differently to have this winning mindset. They outwork their talent. They never let bad days break them. They choose their friends and their mentors wisely. They work the process. They don't care what other people think because they're too focused on how can I get better. They show up, do their best every day regardless of how they feel. They focus on what they control instead of being distracted by what they don't. What is it they control? Oh yeah, your attitude, your actions, and your effort each and every day. You control that. You have 100% power on that. So don't give that to someone else. If you do that, if you start to maintain that, if you end on empty, giving everything you have in the pursuit of everything you want, you'll develop that winner's mindset. That is the number 2 step to forging greatness. And number 3, we are talking about a daily process. You have to create a positive daily process. Now, your daily process is going to look different between yours and mine, but here's a snapshot. I start my morning before 6 a.m. I go upstairs into my office. I roll out. I listen to positive affirmations. I read a chapter of a book, and then I go work out. I start my day with that routine to get focused. I then come back, check my email, shut off my email within 15 minutes, and get after my action steps. There's certain things that I do every single day that line up for the goals that I want to achieve. I don't try to do everything. I pick 3 targets every day to hit. If I hit all 3 of those, regardless of whatever else happens in the day, that day is a win. If I don't, that day I take a big L. So you have to figure out and create a daily process that gets you to where you want to go. It's great to have goals. It's great to want to achieve these things, to see that greatness in your mind and know where you want to go. But the key is to create your habits, like James Clear talks about in Atomic Habits, doing the little things. It's not about doing everything in a day or a week. It's about doing one thing every day. The difference between most people and successful people is the consistency. It's not showing up when you feel good. It's not showing up when you feel motivated. It's showing up and making progress every single day. Number 4, practice persistence. You should have known that grit was coming into play. Resilience was going to be key. This is a long game. It's easy to want to rush building greatness, but let's think about it. You can't rush anything that's great. If you wanted to build this great, amazing house and the bricklayer and the contractor were done in like a week, you would panic. You would think the house is going to collapse in on you because there's so much work, so much foundation, outlining, electrical, plumbing, all of this that has to go in the house. That can't be done in a week. So why do you expect to be great, to succeed in a week? Doesn't work that way. Great achievements take time to develop. Most people you know don't have the stomach to play the long game, but it's a good thing you're a competitor because I know you do. Build that persistence, build that grit, play the long game, and practice perseverance on your way to building greatness. And number 5, surround yourself with the right people. Your friends choose your fate. So you've got to learn to avoid certain kinds of people that make excuses, that avoid responsibility, that just agree with you to be liked. You've got to get those type of people, those toxic relationships out of your life if you ever want to pursue greatness. How can you ever expect to be positive, to grow, to succeed when the people you hang out with are negative, have no dreams, have no goals, and are completely content to live within their comfort zone? If you're spending all of your life with those type of people, why do you expect to be any different than them? Jim Rohn says you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And so if you're at the top of the pack and the 5 people you're hanging out with could care less about growing, they're going to pull you down. That's how it works. However, if you challenge yourself to get out of the room where you're the smartest, if you start putting yourself into positions and places where people are more successful than you, smarter than you, achieving more than you, then you're naturally going to start to grow because you're spending time with like-minded people. So find those people that are going to challenge you, encourage you, and most of all, the ones that love you enough to remind you of who you say you want to be. So on the days life gets hard, the times that you want to quit, the moments that you question whether you have what it takes to achieve greatness, to build your greatness, you need the friend that's going to look you in the eye, remind you, you said you're going to do it. I believe you're going to do it. I've seen what's inside of you. Now keep doing it. So let's recap. You need to have a clear picture of where you're trying to go. What does greatness look like to you? You got to cultivate that winning mindset. You got to create a positive daily process. You got to practice persistence and grit. You got to play the long game. And then you got to surround yourself with the right people, the right team in life to help you forge that greatness. 5 steps. They're simple steps. However, simple doesn't mean easy. And it's a good thing because easy doesn't make us proud. So today I'm going to challenge you competitors. Take the first step. Start forging your greatness with the choices you make today and make sure they align with the person you want to be tomorrow. Thanks again for tuning in to another episode of Compete Everyday TV. My name is Jake Thompson. To learn more, to get connected, and to start cultivating your winning mindset in life, check out CompeteEveryday.com.